I'm from Bitdefender, and I'm a technical trainer in Bitdefender, and I've been working for more than 4 years. And the presentation today was about one of the Bitdefender product, mainly about the security for endpoints product, the cloud version. It has an on-premise version as well, but I will be talking about the cloud one. So what's the idea? I think everybody knows what a cloud product is, not only referring to antivirus products, so antivirus solutions, but mainly about every type of cloud product, like Dropbox and other product programs as well. So our product has the same idea. So you have a management console for the antivirus product, where you can connect to be able to protect your devices. Now, what's the best part of this type of product is that you don't need on-site hardware. So you don't need a server, you don't need a workstation where to install the management console. It is already installed in the Bitdefender public cloud. You just have to access it. The link is gravityzone.bitdefender.com. Now, you will be wondering why it's called Gravity Zone and the product is security for endpoints. It's because it's mainly based on a Gravity architecture. This Gravity architecture is a new type of architecture developed by our guys, and it's based on Unix operating system. So everything behind it, it's based on Unix. Every role in all the components are based on Unix. Even the database, it's a MongoDB and so on. But this architecture, you cannot see it because it's in the cloud. You just access the interface, the user interface, which is web-based, of course. So theoretically, this product can scale up to any number of devices. So you can have an infinite number of devices that you can control from a single point from the control center. And you don't need servers where to install it. So it's very simple, just connect and use it. So let's say this is the architecture or the very simple description, a graphical representation. Just use a web browser, connect to your account, and then deploy the endpoint security client, which is the antivirus that it's installed on workstations. Now, I'm just showing you a big slide with the system requirements. What you need to understand is that it can be available, so it's compatible with Windows operating system, so starting from Windows XP Service Pack 3 up to the latest one, Windows 8.1. We also made it available for Mac operating systems, and it can also be installed on Windows Server operating systems. So the same endpoint security client, that's the name of the antivirus product, can be installed on different operating systems. So it's easier this way. And the other requirements, you can see them in the bottom of the screen. You'd need like 512 megabytes of memory for running the antivirus product. By the way, if you're wondering about the resource consumption of the product, or if you're referring to the detection rates, you can go on AV-test, so avtest.com. It's an international company that does a lot of tests with antiviruses. And I know maybe you never heard about Bitdefender, but just search for Bitdefender on that website, and you will see that recently, so starting for 2 or 3 years, maybe 4, we've been winning all the prizes. So with detection rates scoring up to 100%. And last year we won 2 prizes, best protection and best performance. So it's quite the ideal to protect the PC and in the same time to consume less resources than others, or mainly maybe not at all. So the control center looks like this. You can see on the left side, yes, it's your left side, you can see the login screen. And on the right side, you can see the dashboard. I will be showing you a little bit the console. I have some wireless connection here, so I can show you. In order to have an account, a partner or a reseller of Bitdefender will be providing you. So he will be creating an account for you, and you will be receiving an email like the one on the right side with the login credentials, meaning the link where you can access the products, your account actually, the username, which is your email address, a randomly generated password, and the role that you've been given. Now, this product was intended not only for end users, so for customers that just want to buy the product to protect their network, but was also meant for partners, resellers of Bitdefender that want, and actually they have a lot of small clients having from 10 to, I don't know, 50 workstations. And those small clients don't have enough resources, talking about the hardware resources or IT staff, and they just want to be managed by someone, just pay for the antivirus as a service. So you can, in this product, create two types of companies. You can create both customer and partner companies. Now, for each company, you can create some account roles. So these accounts presented here, and there are two more accounts on the other slide, can be assigned to each company. And each account can do some things in that for that target that it was assigned for. I'm not going to explain all of them, but a partner account can be created, of course, for a partner company. Company administrator should be the one that does everything in the company, meaning changing the license key, installing the product, creating policies or reports, and so on. Network administrator, almost the same things with some small differences. A reporter that can be useful for generating reports and sending them to the IT administrator. And of course, a custom account role that can be, as the name says, customized. Now, there are two types of partners that can be created, let's say. So there are some resellers that just want to resell the Bitdefender product, but they don't want to use it internally. And there are some resellers that want both to use the product and to resell to customers. So there is an option, it's called Manage Networks, that allows partners to use the product as well in the company. So they will have a different section presented in the cloud account, so they can use it in the same time to install the protection for their workstations. And the same, we can split customers, let's say, into parts. Some customers, the small ones that have 10, 15, 20 workstations, they just want, as I said before, they just want to buy protection as a service, let's say, so from the partner. So the partner can manage their account. It has an option available. It's called Allow Other Companies to Manage the Security of this company. So when the partner creates that account for the customer and it enables that option, he will be in charge of doing all the installations, creating policies, reports, and everything for the customer. But if the customer is big enough and has an IT administrator, so some IT guys in the company, and they just want to handle the product by themselves, they can request that to the partner so that the partner will disable that option, so he will not be able to see any workstation or any group inside of that company. Now, I will skip this part. It's presented the dashboard. I will just showing you the dashboard directly into the product. Another section where you can see the network, both for a reseller, he can see both companies and his internal network. I will skip this one as well. because you will be seeing it right into the product. Now, I've included a slide where I have some differences between this cloud version and the old one, but because you don't know the old version of the cloud, you don't need to know, you will take all of them as granted. And the endpoint security client, which is the antivirus product that is installed on those operating systems that you've seen previously, it looks like this. It has 3 modules. It has anti-malware, so malware because it includes viruses, trojans, worms, rootkits, and so on. So malware is the big category, while the virus it's a small category belonging to malware. So that's why it's called anti-malware. You have firewall, of course, and content control. Content control is something like a parental control for the business side. So you can restrict employees to go on certain websites, or to limit the internet web access, or to block some applications. So this is why it's very useful. And what we introduced in this new version of the cloud, we introduced a new type of endpoint security client, which is called Endpoint Security Relay. It's the same thing, it looks the same, but behind it, it has some different options. Meaning that if you have, if your company, it's quite big, and you have 3 offices, let's say Office 1, 2, and 3. In Office 1 and 2, you have internet connection for all the workstations, but in the Office 3, you have only one workstation that is connected to internet. Usually in this situation, you would not think about a cloud product to use it internally, but to an on-premise product. So the one that you can have the control center installed in your on your servers. But in this case, you can still use the cloud product by installing in the 3rd office the endpoint security relay, which is the normal endpoint security client plus a communication proxy. So it will be installed there, it will do a network discovery, and it will populate the list with unmanaged computers in your cloud product, so that you can send some installation tasks to the other computers. After the product was installed on all the workstations in that office, you can remotely manage them by sending policies. So you can send a policy to the endpoint security relay, which will send it to all the other workstations in that network, the ones that don't have internet connection. In the same time, if those workstations don't have internet connection, they will be sending all the events like, hey, I have a virus, or I have a problem with the product. I've never been updated since, I don't know. So this type of event, all of them will be sending directly to the relay, which will collect them and send them directly to the cloud, so that you will have full visibility even though you don't have internet connection on all the workstations. And in the same time, it will act as an update server by downloading all the updates, signature and product updates, and sending them to all the workstations in the network. So it does 3 things more than the normal endpoint security client. Now, I will be showing you the product. Okay, so let me hide the... Okay, so we can have a larger screen. So I just logged in into my account, which is a partner account. And as a partner, if I go to network, it takes a little bit. Okay, I can see my company, so my customers. I can expand this field so I can see all the names. In this way, I can manage all my small clients that just wanted to have the antivirus installed, but they don't want to manage it, they don't have an IT guy. And for example, this company has some departments created. If I go into one of the departments, I can see I have some workstations here. I have a computer that is managed, it's offline, so it doesn't have a blue icon, and it has some issues. Maybe it wasn't scanned for more than 1 week, that's why. Another one which is managed offline, no issues. Another one that was discovered, so it's unmanaged. So what can I do for the workstations that have protection installed? Just select them, go to tasks, just send a scan policy right now. So they will be starting the scan, the on-demand scan, as soon as they will be powered on. I can modify the installer, so I can enable or disable some modules, like I can disable firewall. I don't need firewall. I have one installed already on the gateway, maybe. I can update, restart the computer, or run a network discovery. I can create some reports very easy, or I can assign a policy. So this is what I can do for managed computers. For an unmanaged computer, I can go to task and of course only just select to install client from the distance, so without having to go directly to that computer to install it manually. Okay, so this is the way the partner can manage the customers. He can also manage his own network, so he can manage all the departments, all the computers presented here. So the same way. But let me just log in with a customer account so you can see the small difference. Just a second, I need both hands. Okay, so as a customer, let's say I'm logging in and I have some essential steps presented how to install protection. So how can I install the endpoint security client? How can I create some policies, some accounts, or some reports? So you can have some basic information in the beginning. If you go to the dashboard, you'll be seeing some portlets. Yeah, for the moment, I think the internet, it doesn't work that good. Anyway, going to network. I think I have some problems. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I think the internet plays a little bit with me and doesn't allow me to show you the product directly. I can connect with my mobile phone, but it's much faster with the wireless provided by the organizers. So the idea is that you would be seeing, as a customer, you would be seeing the dashboard presenting you with some portlets or some small tabs with some information about what were the most infected computers, what's the most present virus in the company. Or if you go to network, you would be seeing the same view as the partner is having. So you can view all the groups you've created. You can assign policies directly to them or to computers. In the same way, you can go to policies. I will try my luck again. No, it doesn't work. You can go to policies where you can create a template that will be used to assign it to computers. A policy meaning that you will be defining all the settings for all the assigned computers in the network. So you will be creating a different rule for another one of the departments by, I don't know, disabling the firewall. For another department, you will set the antivirus protection to be high because you know that the guys are using a lot of USB mass storage devices, then they are very likely to be infected easier than the other departments. So this way you can create templates very easy and to apply them directly to the department or to the whole company to create different types of rules. The same thing you can do with reports, where you can create a report to see If you had any infections, if you have some, I don't know, installation problems, if you have some computers that weren't updated for so long. And in the account section, you would be seeing all the accounts that you've created for all your colleagues. Let's say you have another IT guy that will handle the installations, but you can assign him to manage only, I don't know, let's say only 2 departments. So this way you will split the roles between you and your colleagues so that you will not do the work by yourself. You have a lot of notifications that can be sent automatically to your email account, so you don't need to connect to the dashboard, to the control center to see all the events. You can generate reports and run them, let's say weekly, and you can send them directly to your email account or to other colleagues' email accounts as well. So this way you can play with the product very easy. You don't need, as I said in the beginning, you don't need a server, a workstation where to install the management console of this product. It's already installed in the cloud, in the public cloud of Bitdefender. So you just ask your reseller to, in our case, RelNet, you ask them to create a trial account for you, and you can play with the product for 30 days with no problem. You can test it to install the endpoint security client not only for workstations, but also for servers, Mac operating systems, and you can create policies, create groups, and everything. So, as a conclusion, because I'm not able to use the control center anymore, I don't know why it's the internet, it's not allowing me to show you. In conclusion, you've seen a little bit of the product, how it works, how easy it is to manage, so you don't need IT skills, you just need a mouse that you can use, just click, send policies, apply something, just do installations from distance, I don't know, create Mac packages to install and to protect Mac. You need to protect Mac, by the way. Our product, it's not only detecting viruses created especially for Mac computers, but it has also signature-based detection for Windows malware. This is because you can have a Mac computer, but you can have a lot of Windows viruses that doesn't affect you, but you can send them without knowing, of course, to other colleagues that have Windows operating systems. So thank you very much for your attention, and I will be here. I have some business cards that I can give you, or for more information or for trial accounts, you can ask our partner RelNet to create one for you. Thank you very much.